big problem.
I really needed
A good mortgage broker.
And I kept searching.
and searching.
There are so many choices.
It's really hard to find one that has all the things on my list.
But I finally did it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you.
If you were looking for one as well,
Look no further.
Here's a really good one.
Just use mine.
Use mine.
I'm very satisfied.
Definitely recommend.
Problem gone.
भी दिलवा देगा कौन है जो सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड की बे मॉर्गेज करवा देगा कौन है जो मॉर्गेज के सारे काम करवा देगा बस एक ही नाम राजीव वर्मा ट्रस्टेड मॉर्गेज ब्रोकर Rajiv-MortgageCoffeeTalk trusted mortgage broker.
Hi, welcome back. Good evening. This is Rajiv Mortgage, your mortgage broker. Welcome again to Rajiv's Mortgage Coffee Talk Show. We are always live on Friday, 7:30 to 8:30, and we always bring to you the world of mortgages, market update, what's happening in the mortgage world or the real estate world. In the coming weeks, we will be bringing very important guests who are related with the mortgage industry, not only mortgage industry, related with the housing industry. Whenever you purchase a home, there are multi um, steps basically you need to go through. For example, first of all, you need a mortgage broker, definitely, and then real estate broker to put an offer and search a home. After that, you also need a lawyer to close your mortgage. But during this process, also there are few more you need to consult and you need to follow their advice, like appraisers as well as the home inspectors. So those are also very important basically people. All these people I mentioned, they're very important part of the home buying process, and they play a very crucial role to help you basically to discover, to learn, and also to assess about your biggest purchase of your lifetime, which is a home, and your mortgage as well. So we will bring those people so that you know what you're looking for, unbiased, their unbiased opinion, no strings attached, and they will empower you with their experience, with their knowledge, so that you are well aware of this process of buying a home. So let's um, go back to the mortgage world right now. So yesterday we were full day busy with the lenders conference, because we always update ourselves what's going in the industry so that we can provide you the accurate, right information you needed for your decision making. So this was the annual lenders conference where approximately 45 to 50 lenders were there under one roof. So it means that a lot of discussion, a lot of new information, a lot of updates. So we are going to share with you as well as. So not only the lenders, basically, there was some seminar conferences that were also going on simultaneously with the trade show. The industry's economist, some very famous or reputed economists were there from CMSC and other organizations, as well as a few veteran mortgage brokers were there as well as. So they all shared their experience, as well as what's going on, because always there is a different perspective when the economist is telling something and the industry veterans who are dealing with the, like industry veteran means like we are mortgage brokers, who are dealing directly with the families or with the clients, and they know the ground reality. So there's a lot of information, interesting information from both ends basically. So I'm going to share with you what we have learned about, as well as. So in the later half of the program, we are also going to discuss the budget because it was just introduced on 16th of April last this week. There was some important information or important announcement, or you can say some new benefits were announced or added in this budget as well as. So for example, there was a change for new home buyers for RSP limit, as well as for the new um, buyers, basically new uh, clients, basically first time home buyers. So there was a change, big change regarding the amortization. Also there was a change in the capital gains tax as well as. We're going to discuss all these issues in detail in the later section of today's program. So stay tuned and enjoy this show. If you have any question, you can always um, text me. You can always uh, comment right now. So I will open the chat a little later so that you can also participate with us. So let's discuss a little bit about the inflation. As you know that the geopolitical environment is also changing. You know that what happened in the world, and when something happened, not only here, even in the other parts of the world, we are very interconnected, and we will also feel the impact of that. And this is the same thing happened. Hopefully this geopolitical tension will not escalate more. Otherwise we will be impacted as well. As if we are impacted, it means supply chain will be impacted. The gasoline price will go higher. Maybe later, if the supply chain disrupted, then the things will go costly as well as, and this will directly impact the result. We are we all are looking towards Bank of Canada, means that inflation. So inflation is already in the March month a little bit higher, not that much high, but still high. So it's a trend is higher, and the Bank of Canada is watching very closely what's the trend on the inflation. So inflation is a very normal word right now, with everybody trying to understand, or everybody want to hear that inflation is down. But inflation is so far so sticky, and it's not coming down. So there's a very complicated system the economist watching when they predict the inflation data. So there's a lot of piece. I will say that maybe 100 pieces, maybe more than 100 pieces they are looking into that. It's not only the gasoline, or we are looking the grocery prices are high. There are other factors as well as. So also one another factor is our neighbor, you know that our big brother USA, and their currency rate is also very important. So the Bank of Canada has all the tools and technology in place to watch those things. So they are watching, as Mr. Tim McCallum always say that they are watching everything regarding the inflation. So let's see what's gonna happen in the coming months. That will determine the Bank of Canada's decision. So as you know that everybody was expecting in the early this year that there will be five, six, or seven cuts, interest rate cuts in this year, but not anymore. Now everybody's coming back to from seven cuts to now two cuts, but two cuts are also in question, depends upon. But we believe that at least there will be two, one or two cuts um, till the end of this year. But even if there is a consensus, most of the economists have the consensus, or the industry people have the consensus, the first cut will be in June or July. But if the first cut will be in June or July for a quarter percent, then the Bank of Canada will wait and watch how it will go, then they will go for the second cut. So don't expect that there will be a cut after cut after cut. It's not going to happen, because Bank of Canada is very, very cautious about this, because they have done a so much great work to control this inflation, and they're they are saying that their system is working and the result is there. So they want to make sure that this is the inflation is sustainable if they are making a cut, because one cut can give a signal to the people or to the real estate, and they can again become so crazy. And then when they become so crazy, you know that what's happened. Another thing we learned yesterday was, um, the economist was saying that us is always, we are looking toward us is the, in the North America, basically, if us is the king, basically, I can say that they are the price makers, we are the price takers, basically. What it means that, so they always take the decision first and we follow. That's what it means. They are the makers and we are the takers. And this is true. And if we see the history, or if you go back and see, you will see the meaning of this as well as. Another big thing somebody mentioned, economist, a very renewed economist from CMSC, he mentioned that based on his experience for many decades, and also from the data, whenever there is a rate cut of approximately 1% combined, always there is a 8 to 10% increase in the real estate prices. So it's a directly combination of that. But now the situation is different, because the economy is different right now. But that is the data. Let's see what is going to happen after that, because many buyers are sitting on the on sidelines. They're waiting towards or looking towards Bank of Canada. Uh, there is a very unique situation in Canada. All are looking, because the interest rate, the real estate is tied to the basically interest rate. If the interest rate is coming low, there is a uptick in the, or um, the real estate prices go high. So I don't know why, how, or why people are looking towards that. If you see that the Bank of Canada, whenever they decide, basically they are deciding over their overnight lending rate, which is at current prices, current rate is 5%. So even if they cut 2.5%, 0.2% in June or July, that's not going to make or break, basically, if you're looking at the interest rates, because the other fixed rates are independent of Bank of Canada's decision, because the fixed rate, they are based on bank 10-year bond yield. The yield is also uptaking right now, from very low, now it's going up. It means that the interest rate on the fixed rate side are also going up anywhere from 15 to 30 basis point. They can be up as well. So everything seems like high interest right now, or going to be high, and there is not going to be a big relief. I will say, I'm using the word the big relief, but rates are there. Low rates on the fixed sites are available, but you have to be very careful about your what you are going to do in the next 3 or 5 year if you're choosing 5 year fixed rate. So make sure that you are choosing the right term here in Canada for the interest rate. Otherwise, if you're choosing the wrong rate or wrong term, it can lead you or it can cost you a lot of money in case you end up breaking the mortgage, premature mortgage from the premature term. So there will be huge penalty as well as. So make sure you are consulting any experienced or licensed mortgage broker as well as yes. ਸੋ ਦੋਸਤੋ, ਜਿਵੇਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਵੀ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਹੈ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਤੇ ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਮਿਕਸ ਹੋਵੇਗਾ। ਤੋ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਕਨੋਮੀ ਦੀ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ, ਇਕਨੋਮੀ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਵੀ ਅੰਦਾਜ਼ਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ। ਜੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਇਕਨੋਮੀ ਬਾਰੇ ਪਤਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਮੇਰੇ ਖਿਆਲ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਤੇ ਨਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੋਵੇ। ਜੇ ਬੈਂਕ ਆਫ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਇੰਨੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਇਕਨੋਮਿਸਟ ਨੇ, ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਟੂਲ ਟੈਕਨੋਲੋਜੀ, ਜੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗ ਸਕਦਾ ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਲੱਗ ਸਕਦਾ? ਇਹਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਤੇ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਔਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਨਫਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਆ ਇਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੀ। ਤੇ ਪਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਡਿਸੀਜਨ ਲੈਣਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਇਕੱਠੀ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਲਰਨ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਆਪਣਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਡਿਸੀਜਨ ਲੈਣਾ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਡਿਸੀਜਨ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਹਾਲਾਤ ਦੇ ਮੁਤਾਬਕ ਲੈ ਸਕੀਏ। ਸੋ ਹੁਣ ਇਨਫਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਸਟਿਲ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਇਹ ਇੱਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ, ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ, ਗ੍ਰੇ ਏਰੀਆ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, ਜਿਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਅੰਦਾਜ਼ਾ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਲਾ ਸਕਦੇ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਕੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਹੋਣਾ ਜੀਓਪੋਲਿਟੀਕਲ ਫੀਲਡ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜੋ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦਿਖਾਈ ਦੇ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈਗਾ, ਖਬਰਾਂ ਆ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਨੇ, ਅਸੀਂ ਨਿਊਜ਼ ਦੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ, ਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਨਿਊਜ਼ ਆ ਉਹ ਇੰਨੀ ਚੰਗੀ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੀ। ਤੇ ਆਸ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਹੋਪ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਲੜਾਈ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਜੀਓਪੋਲਿਟੀਕਲ ਟੈਂਸ਼ਨ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਸੈਟਲ ਹੋ ਜਾਵੇ। ਉਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਵੀ ਚੰਗੀ ਆ ਤੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਲਈ ਵੀ ਚੰਗੀ ਆ। ਸਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਤਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਚੰਗੀ ਆ ਜੇ ਇਹ ਨਾ ਹੀ ਹੋਵੇ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇਹਦੇ ਕਰਕੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਡਿਸੀਜਨ ਕਿਤੇ, ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਆਸਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਦੇਰ ਤੋਂ ਲਾ ਕੇ ਬੈਠੇ ਆ, ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਕਲਾਇੰਟ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆ ਸਾਈਡ ਲਾਈਨ ਤੇ ਬੈਠੇ ਆ, ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਆਸਾਂ ਤੇ ਪਾਣੀ ਨਾ ਕਿਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਜਾਵੇ। ਅਸੀਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ, ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹੀ ਦੁਆ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਹਾਲਾਤ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਚੰਗੇ ਹੋਣ, ਚੰਗੇ ਹੀ ਰਹਿਣ ਤੇ ਚੰਗੇ ਹੀ ਬਣਨੇ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਆ। ਸੋ ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਅਪਡੇਟ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ, ਰੇਟਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀ ਚੇਂਜ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਈ। ਤੇ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ 20% ਤੋਂ, ਹੁਣ ਰੇਟ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਮੈਂ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਦੱਸ ਦਵਾਂ ਕਿ ਗੂਗਲ ਤੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹੋ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਲੋ ਰੇਟ ਮਿਲਦਾ। ਉਹ ਲੋ ਰੇਟ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਚੰਗੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਕਰੋ, ਉਹ ਲੋ ਰੇਟ ਮੋਸਟਲੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਇਨਸ਼ੋਰਡ ਮੌਰਗੇਜ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਹੋ, ਲੈਸ ਦੈਨ 20% ਡਾਊਨ ਪੇਮੈਂਟ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹੋ, ਉਹ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਐਪਲੀਕੇਬਲ ਹੁੰਦਾ। ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ 20% ਡਾਊਨ ਪੇਮੈਂਟ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਜਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਪਰਚੇਸ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਸ 1 ਮਿਲੀਅਨ ਤੋਂ ਉੱਤੇ ਆ, ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਰੇਟ ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੇ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਰੇਟ ਉਹ ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਹੀ ਹੋਣਗੇ। ਸੋ ਇਹ ਭੁਲੇਖਾ ਨਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਖਾਇਆ ਕਰੋ, ਜਾਂ ਭੁਲੇਖਿਆਂ 'ਚ ਨਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਕਰੋ। ਪਤਾ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ ਕਰੋ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਹਾਲਾਤ ਦੇ ਮੁਤਾਬਕ ਕੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਰੇਟ ਮਿਲ ਸਕਦਾ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੜੀ ਇਲੂਜ਼ਨ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ, ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੜੀ ਕਨਫਿਊਜ਼ਨ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਚੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹੋ। ਪਰ ਦੇਖਣਾ ਤੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਜਾਣਨਾ ਕਿ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਮਿਲ ਸਕਦਾ, ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਮੀਨ ਅਸਮਾਨ ਦਾ ਫਰਕ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਆ। So guys, let us see the first very big change came to the industry for first time home buyer. First time home buyer who are paying less than 20% down payment, and now the amortization can be now 30. Before that, the people who were having less than 20% down payment, it's called insured mortgage basically. And then under the insured mortgage, it's a very strict income rules, very strict debt ratio rules are there, and the maximum amortization is 20. Before it was 25, with a maximum purchase price of 1 million. But now, for a particular section of the first time home buyer who are looking to buy new build only, they can have a amortization from 25 to 30 years. So once again, guys, would like to clarify that this change is going to be applicable from 1st of August to only to the first time home buyers who are looking to buy new builds only, means pre-construction or new builds only, not the resale home. So make sure that you understand this change. This is not applicable at this point of time to the people new first time home buyers who are less than 20% down payment, but who are buying resale property. We, as an industry professional, we still don't know why this change is implemented only for one section of the society. So let's go go to the a decade ago and understand how big was the share of first time home buyer with less than 20% down payment. So now with 30-year amortization, yes, they can qualify for a little bigger house, and also they can qualify for a little expensive house as well, as but less than 1 million range. So there will be a certain section which can be benefited from this change. So if we go back to 10 years ago, a decade ago, and if we see at the CMSC or other two insurer, which are, we always call CMSC, but I want to clarify that there are three insurers if you're paying less than 20% down payment. So CMSC is a government backed, but also there are two others, Sagen and Canada Guarantee. So all the three insurer, less than decade ago, their share was 45%. Means that first time home buyers with less than 20%, they're having 45% share in the purchase or mortgages. But now in Canada, it's 18% only. Yes, in Canada, 18%. If you're looking at the two biggest cities, Vancouver and Ontario, it's only 8% because of insanely crazy high house prices. So house prices are very high right now. So there are hardly any houses left less than 1 million for first time home buyers to qualify. So that's why this is going to impact only a small portion of the first time home buyers only. So who will buy only the pre-construction or the new builds. So is this a good move or bad move? I will say mostly a nothing move, but still a very fairness move. I will say that a very fair now. So with the mortgage high rates, house prices high, everyone with 20% down payment now getting 30-year amortization. Now some of the first time home buyer can also have 30-year amortization, and their affordability or their payment cash flow will be a little bit higher, but still they will end up paying a lot more interest rate over the period of their lifetime of their mortgage, because 5 year more they have to pay more interest, even though their cash flow will be a little less. So keep in mind and weigh the option before you work out your mortgage. So, guys, this is regarding the big change for amortization. We are going to take a little break, and we're going to come back with the two more important other thing is um, the capital gain tax, as well as the RRSP limit is increased. We're going to discuss both in detail. What you need to know, what you know already, what you need to know, when it's going to be implemented. So let's take a short break, and we will be back soon.
भी दिलवा देगा कौन है जो सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड की बे मॉर्गेज करवा देगा कौन है जो मॉर्गेज के सारे काम करवा देगा बस एक ही नाम राजीव वर्मा ट्रस्टेड मॉर्गेज ब्रोकर कौन है जो सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड की बे मॉर्गेज करवा देगा कौन है जो सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड की बे मॉर्गेज करवा देगा कौन है जो मॉर्गेज के सारे काम करवा देगा बस एक ही नाम राजीव वर्मा ट्रस्टेड मॉर्गेज ब्रोकर कौन है जो
Hi guys, welcome back to the Rajiv's Mortgage Coffee Talk show again. As we discussed in the first half, we discussed about the market, about the big change came to the mortgage industry for amortization for first-time home buyers. So let's discuss another big change which happened for the first-time home buyers regarding RRSP, which is called Home Buyer Plan. And the first-time home buyers, they were used to um, get a 35,000 for their from their RRSP as a first-time home buyer. And now the government has announced that instead of 35,000, they can use 60,000 per person from their RRSP towards home buyer plan for their down payment. So once again, this 60,000 limit is per person. So if there are two persons in the family, husband, wife, so they can utilize 120,000 both together, 60,000 each, I will say that, towards their home, toward their down payment from RRSP. And this is applicable right way from April 16 when the budget was announced. So let's understand how this works. So some people, they are not clear on that. What's the 60,000 limit, RRSP limit is. This is not available to you if you don't have money in your RRSP. I would just want to clear because I got a few questions from the first time home buyer that, oh, we can utilize 60,000 because the government has increased the limit. No, if you have already accumulated in your RRSP 60,000 or more, yes, you can utilize 60,000 from your own investment in the RRSP. Yes, you have to have money in the RRSP to utilize if home buyer plan um, under this RRSP provision. So you have to have your investment in the RRSP to utilize this provision. So basically, how this works, um, if you're purchasing a home and you don't own the home for the last 4 years, you're a first-time home buyer. So under this home buyer plan, you can withdraw 60,000 now from your RRSP, and you can use towards the down payment or the other expenses regarding the house purchase as well as for the repayment is concerned. Before that, the old rule was you you have a 2 year period where you don't have to pay. After that, you have to return this money or you have to reinvest this money in back into RRSP in 15 years. It means that uh, in the previous provision, the moment you use this RRSP, the next 2 years there will be no repayment, but in the next after 2 year 15 year, that will be divided and you have to contribute back to the RRSP. If you are not doing that, that year's portion, that will be added back to your income and you have to pay tax on that. Now the government has changed this rule as well as immediately now instead of 2 year waiting period or waiting period when there is a no repayment from 2 to 5 years. And now after 5 years still there are 15 years to pay back that RRSP back to your RRSP so that you're not paying the tax on that portion. So this is a big change, I will say that. And also this 5 year and 15-year change will be applicable to the people who utilize the RRSP as a first time home buyer from 2022 till and 2025 as well between. So it means that they can also utilize this change in this provision as well as. So let's see if you just started your new home, sorry, your new um, newcomer or first time home buyer, if you just came, you will not be having a 60,000 room at all because every year based on um, your income will determine what will be the room for your RRSP next year. So it's almost 18% of your income. So basically it will take many years for you to accumulate 60,000 limit in your RRSP contribution you utilize for this uh, benefit. So make sure that this is uh, the real benefit will it will take some time to see who is getting the real benefit of this new provision. The people who are already having a contribution room or if they're already having a 60,000 more than 60,000 in their um, RRSP accounts, they can utilize immediately for their first time home buyer provision. So they can borrow. There are two ways: either you can contribute for your RRSP limit, or you can also borrow and invest if you have a contribution room in the RRSP, and you can utilize those funds after 90 day for your home purchase. So the people who are having a high income but if they don't have the saving but they have the contribution room, there is a strategy available. They can utilize that, and after 90 day, but it should be very coordinated strategy. The timing is also should be a right time, a right planning, and they can utilize this strategy for their benefit as well as when you can borrow and invest in the RRSP, and you can utilize and that 60 and 60 if you're a husband wife towards your down payment. This can help you to basically increase your down payment. And even if you have a 10% down payment, and if you need 10 more to avoid the insurance premium when you're paying less than 20% down payment, but you can utilize this strategy to make a 20% down, and then you will be having a 30-year amortization, and you can avoid the insurance premium as well as. So make sure that you're sitting with a any experienced financial advisor or mortgage broker to understand the technicality and the process of utilizing or underutilized tool of this strategy. It's called RRSP, an investment strategy, where you can borrow to invest in the RRSP, and then after 90 day use that RRSP towards your down payment or towards your buying a new home as well as. So make sure that you're understanding fully the pros and cons of this strategy as well as. So this is a good change, we can say. Not a big change. How many people will be impacted? We will say a small portion of the first time home buyer can get or they can utilize or get benefit from this change as well as. So if you have any question regarding a down payment or RRSP as a first time home buyer plan, let me know. You can call me, you can text me. The number is always under this banner, and also you can search me on the Google Simplified Mortgage Solution. You can always get my details from there as well as. So there is another big change happened with the Canada's new capital gain tax proposal. So let's discuss, let's understand this, because this information is provided by a certified general accountant, CGA, you can say. Let me share with you the details of this capital gain proposal. So when we talk about the capital gains, we are referring to the profit basically someone earns from selling the assets like their house, their stocks, or their business basically. So there is a inclusion rate is crucial here. Inclusion rate, what's the part of the profit that the government um, can tax basically. So under the current system, if you sell an asset and make a profit, only half of the profit is being taxed basically. So this is the old basically standard for a while. So what things might change for those top earning bracket basically. The government's new proposal target high earners basically. High earner means who are having a more than 250,000 capital gain basically. The Now the government is saying that if you are having a more than 250,000 capital gain, now the inclusion rate or the tax rate is going to be two third on the very first 250,000 will be taxed as half 50% on the taxed on the as with the previous provision, but the any amount more than 250,000 will be taxed two-third, means 66% on that portion. So that is a not too many people will be impacted. It The prediction is only 0.13% people will be impacted in this range. But the problem here is if you have bought a house in 2018, 2019, and before that, and if you are selling now, because there might be a significant um, appreciation that time, but not in the couple of years. I mean, there's not too much appreciation according because the prices were too high. If you're selling now, and there will be a higher, you need to pay higher tax on that capital gain. So this will be applicable from 1st of August, and we anticipate that the people, some of the people will be in a rush to sell their houses to avoid that hefty tax as well as. So let's see how many people they are selling in a hurry uh, to take advantage of this old provision for the capital gain. But if you're owning a principal residence, there will be no effect on you of this new change because the principal residence is always tax free. There is no tax involved, no capital gain tax involved on the principal residence. But there, if but some small business owners like farmer, fishers, they can get benefit from or exceptions from this rule as well as because they have a lifetime exception of 1.25 million. They also increased their exception from 1 million to 1.25. So they can also avoid this provision as well as. There are some other entrepreneurs when they sell their business, their capital gain exemption is also higher, up to 2 million. So, but I'm not a certified CGA or accountant, so you can always consult because they are more into this, because they implement, they study more deep. They, when you're filing tax, they save you money and they will give you more advice. So we are only discussing here the general information, the general implication of this information. There are many strategies, or I will say loopholes, or I will say the way around legitimate. I'm not saying illegal way. There are legitimate ways how you can save more tax, even though now this is new thing is implemented. So always have a good experience CGA, CPA, or accountant in your side who can save you, just like we are saving you thousands of dollars on the mortgages. Your CGA or CPA can also save you or help you to save or guide you to save thousands of dollars on your hard earned money or your hard earned profit. Basically, I will say that. So make sure that you have a solid team on your side, your accountant, your lawyer, your mortgage broker, your realtor, your mechanic, your doctor. Everyone should be a top notch experienced person in your team if you're looking to get benefit all aspect of life. Basically, this is applicable to every aspect of your life. So make sure that you have a very good and sound practical team on your side. So as we discussed this thing, so make sure that you are taking a real advice from the real advisor, as we are only licensed in the mortgage field and we are entitled to provide you the information and the advice for your mortgage matters only. So if you have any real estate question, you either contact any realtor. If you don't have, we have very good realtors in our contact. We are, because our work is always related with the realtor, so we know, and we work with very good realtors. So let me know, I can also refer you. Same thing happens with the legal side as well. As we have very good relationship with the lawyers as well, as because every day whenever there's a closing, we are directly dealing with the lawyers, even though they are from the our client or from the other clients. We always talk to the lawyer and we know that who is doing good job. If you need any reference, let me know. We can provide you reference. You can do your due diligence to select the lawyer or any other professional on your own. So this was the few changes which are directly impacted the mortgage industry. So let me discuss something more about the mortgage renewals, as we discussed in the previous weeks as well. As millions of mortgages are coming up for renewal in this year 2024, in 2025 and 2026. If I'm talking about 2024 till till middle of the 2025, basically around 40 to 45% mortgages are coming for renewal. It means they're huge. As you know that you don't have a control over inflation and the market, but you do have a control over your mortgage renewal. Why I'm saying that? You have to ask yourself, yes, do you have a control over inflation? I think no. Do you have a control over market? No. But you do have a control over your mortgage renewal process. So don't miss this chance, because this is very crucial. There's no penalty when the mortgage maturity is coming or mortgage renewal is coming. You have a golden chance to review your mortgage, to review your options if you need to get money from your house to consolidate, if you have a high interest rate debts outside of your mortgage, this is the right time to discuss. This is the right time to take a right decision. But how are you going to take the right decision? That is the question. Because in this high interest rate environment, there's a stress test. If your income is not enough, you will not be able to qualify with any other lender for the better deal. But there are options. But how are you going to decide? Because we are the mortgage broker, we represent A lenders, many major banks, as well as we represent B lenders as well as C lender. So it means that there are solutions. If you are with a current, for example, I will give you one example so that you understand that. If you have a mortgage with a major bank, it means you have their own product only. If you don't like their product or you don't fit into their product, what's your option? Your option is only with that lender. If you don't qualify, if you have not enough income, it means that you stick with that lender. Whatever the rate they're going to give you have to accept. I will I will not say that this is hypothetically you have to, but you don't have to. Basically, still, even if you fit into their product, we can still empower you and provide you the tools and knowledge how you can renegotiate with your own current lender. Once again, please listen carefully. We can provide you the tools, we can empower you to see how you can renegotiate with your own lender if you're not able to qualify outside of your current lender. But it doesn't mean that you don't have the option, because there are B lenders, they have a less they have a less restrictions than the A lenders. They are, if you're self-employed especially, yes, there are many options on the B lending where we can qualify you, where you can consolidate all your non-mortgage debts into one low mortgage payment. Once again, this is the time. The moment you renew your mortgage on their term, then you're bound. Make sure you understand what you're signing with them. I will say that they're very smart right now. They start sending the renewal letters with their own rates approximately nowadays 6 months before. And unfortunately, more than 50% people, they end up signing that renewal letter and they accept their rate, which they should not. Do not sign their renewal offer on your own. Call me, call somebody else, consult with them, sit down, work out your option, ask questions, ask question, learn the question you need to ask from your lender. That's a more important. Rate is one thing. You can negotiate the term, you can negotiate the rate, yes, with your own current lender as well. As we have helped many people who reduce their significant rate from the current lender and save thousands of money without anything paying to us. Yes, this service is free, unbiased, no strings attached, second opinion. We are providing that. Then what are you waiting for? Why are you waiting for? If I'm telling you you can save thousands of dollars, do you pick up your phone and call me? You should be. Let's see. Let me give you the reason why you should pick up the phone and call me. For example, I've seen that many people, they fight with the teller on the grocery store for 5 or 10 cents to match from their flyer. Why? Only 5 to 10 cents to match for a grocery? When it comes to your mortgage, where thousands of dollars can be saved. Are you fighting? Are you asking? If not, why not? Ask yourself question. You have the answer. I'm just your friend here. We are licensed. We have the experience. For what? For myself? No. I have a license. I have experience to help you guys. When my services are free, unbiased, no strings attached, why you should not call me? Phone number is there, 647-291-7116. So easy number. If you're not picking this phone or calling me, you should call someone else. But make sure that that person is capable of helping you. That person has experience to help you. That person has the options. That person has a access to multiple lenders. There are many things which you should be looking for that. But if you want to just pick up the phone and don't worry about the rest of the things, you have my number, 647-291-7116. This one call can save you thousands of dollars. I will not say more than that. You are the in charge of your life. You are the in charge of your mortgage. Because who is paying the mortgage? You. From whose pocket is going the payment? You, not from me. So if I can help you to get the right product, right mortgage, you will definitely save a lot of money on your mortgage renewal. So guys, with this, I will end up this program today, this week's program. Thank you very much, and hopefully you're sharing this program with your friend, your family, your friends, so that they can also get benefit. We are always looking for your feedback, and also thank you in advance for the people who are calling me and providing their valuable feedback. So enjoy your weekend, and hopefully the summer is around, and I think the April there will be a rain, maybe this week or next week. Hopefully the summer, real summer, is gonna come in the May, and you should enjoy the weather. So have a good night, good evening, good night. Take care. See you next week.
भी दिलवा देगा। कौन है जो सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड की बे मॉर्गेज करवा देगा? कौन है जो मॉर्गेज के सारे काम करवा देगा? बस एक ही नाम, राजीव वर्मा, ट्रस्टेड मॉर्गेज ब्रोकर। कार ले जो नाम राजीव